How's it going, football fans? Alright, so we're doing another video today, and we're going to review some of the latest signings, trades, and cuts around the NFL. So, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get right on into it. So, the only trade I have on this list is on here for a reason, is because it is a crazy trade and the only one I could really think of. Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff trade. So, yeah, so they're switching teams. And so Matthew Stafford's going to be on the Rams now, and I think he's really going to benefit from this. I think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback because he's on the Rams for three reasons. All right, so he's going to have offensive weapons on the Rams like he has never had before. He's also going to have a great head coach, a great young head coach, so it's going to be really fun to watch those guys work together. And the third reason is going to be that defense is amazing. So Matthew Stafford is actually going to have more time on the field and more time to score. So, yeah, with all these factors being stated, I believe that he could possibly have a career year this year. And, yeah, it's going to be really fun to see what he does in Los Angeles. So, yeah, Jared Goff, he ends up in Detroit because of this. And, yeah, so Jared Goff, he goes into not the greatest situation in the world. You do not know what you have with for playmakers over there. Kenny Golladay, he is probably not going to be back with the Lions, and that was their best playmaker. And I do not know who Jared Goff is really going to be throwing the ball to. He had Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods the last couple of seasons, Tyler Higbee, all those guys, and now he's going to go to the Lions with not a lot of help. So that sucks for him. Maybe he can piece it together. He's a decent quarterback. Yeah, but so the Lions get Goff and 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick. All right, so that concludes that trade, and I'll get into the biggest signing that I have seen is the Dak Prescott signing. So he signed a contract for 4 years and $160 million. $126 million is guaranteed. So good for Dak. He finally got paid. He was on the franchise tag last season, and he finally got that long-term contract he was looking for. I do not think this benefits the Cowboys long-term, though, because their defense is not good. You saw what they did last year, so they're really going to have a hard time closing out close games and actually winning because of their defense. I think their offense is going to be good. I think Dak Prescott, if he can stay healthy, will be a top 3 quarterback in the league. But yeah, that defense does him no favors. Next signing is going to be J.J. Watt. He is now going to be on the Arizona Cardinals. Really weird to see him over there. He was on the Houston Texans his whole career, and maybe a change of scenery will do him well. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. I don't think it's really going to change their defense that much. Do not think their defense is that good, even with J.J. Watt on it. So just a weird signing to see around the league. Next signing is going to be Cam Newton. He's returning to New England on a 1-year deal. And yeah, so Cam Newton didn't really have a productive year in terms of passing last season, but he definitely proved that he could still be an effective rusher. So really cool if you have a super flex position in your league. Cam Newton is like a perfect guy for a super flex spot. So I don't think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback. Even a top 20 quarterback is going to be a stretch. But being a dynamic runner is going to have that top 15 potential. So that concludes some of the trades and signings that have been going on throughout the league. And as the offseason progresses, free agency starts going up here. I'll have more videos covering all of this. So it's gonna be really fun watching all these big name signings. All right, so I'll get into the cuts now, and first team on this list is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs, and they cut Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. Those are going to be their two best offensive linemen, and we saw why they lost the Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl because, Patrick Mahomes is running for his life back there. So that definitely hurts their team. I know why they did it. They needed to save some money, but maybe the O-line wasn't the correct place to do it. But you got to trust Andy Reid, trust the system, and trust Patrick Mahomes to do the impossible. Okay, next guy on the list is going to be John Brown. John Brown was in Buffalo last year, and Josh Allen finally got his weapons that he needed. You got Josh Brown or John Brown, Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley. So he got his weapons that he needed, and unfortunately John Brown's the odd man out. I'm sure this was just because of money as well. So sucks to see him go, but he's gonna definitely get signed by another team, and if he goes to another team, he'll be a number 2 receiver on their team, and definitely help out another team's offense. Emmanuel Sanders, next guy on the list, and he was playing for New Orleans Saints last season, and yeah, he had a 1-year stint over there, and he got cut. So he's getting a little bit older now, but I do believe he still has some gas in the tank, and I think he'd be a number 1 or number 2 receiver depending on the team he goes to. So watch out for Emmanuel Sanders. He could be a really good value pick later on in your fantasy draft. Alex Smith is going to be the next guy on the list, and Washington football team definitely did him dirty. That guy almost lost his leg, lost his life, and he came back to the NFL and had a mission to give everything he had to play again. And 1 year and they cut him. So it's unfortunate for Alex Smith, but he can take his talents elsewhere and do a lot better. Because let's face it, that offense wasn't really good, and Alex Smith was probably like one of the highlights of that offense. Him and Terry McLaurin. So he'll be better off by going to another team and could possibly be the starting quarterback on another team. And so Kyle Rudolph is going to be the last guy on this list. The red zone reindeer. Been in the league for a while now, and he's always been on Minnesota. And I just had to throw this out there. I know he didn't do much last season, but he's been a productive player throughout the years. And he got cut by Minnesota, so he will be with another team next year. So crazy stuff going on all throughout the league, and I will be keeping you guys updated on all of it, and I will show you how some of these trades and signings will affect next year's fantasy season. So if you liked what you watched, give me a like, give me a comment, and maybe even subscribe to the channel. So thanks for watching Giorgio Fantasy Football, and have a good one.